Welcome inside Northwest Stadium, football fans, located in Landover, Maryland. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Tank Bigsby here with the return. Things going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3 and out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3 and out.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt in it for the first time. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Here's a throw. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Cut out left. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now, they need 7. Hurts now from the gun. He put everything he's got behind it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I love that. Now, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He has the first over the middle, and they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So first down from the 41. Option play. They give it to Barkley. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
12 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw. It would stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
29-yard line.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Barkley off the pistol give. Still has room inside the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Dump off, caught by his back. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown, I'd give half a point to the sell job of the quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Escapes the defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Polsky Merritt. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll step up, and there he goes. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
That's good for a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Design bootleg here. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Back to throw. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
3rd down from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Shoots away from one. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on first. He dodged the tackle. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll only need a few inches here on 3rd down. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped it at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Dotson now in motion right. Hurts on first down. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this up to his own 44. All down that time by Jonathan Jones.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now Hurts. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Motion man left is Brown. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Fights off the pressure. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's another Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Caught by Johnson on the slant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's a gain of 8. brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Hurts. Going deep here for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A little outside their comfort zone to try and field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They only needed a couple, and that's exactly what they got, Brock. Not the most impressive game, but it's a big one all the same. That gets them a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
Smith. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Trying to get it with the option here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's another Eagles 1st down. It's a gain
The
of
difference
6.
right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A gain of 16 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
He scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
Eagles.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now comes the Commander offense for another series. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Now throw to start the drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. They're going to try and throw it here. After making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
15 yards. And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the
You know, Kate, you'll
38-yard
find
line.
teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Slot man in motion left. He gives here to the motion man. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Offense to the line. Second down. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Quick slant to Samuel. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So third and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
From the gun, a run for Prosky Merritt. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Running once again with Prosky Merritt. And he's just a little bit short of that first down. They stop him at the 33.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He tries to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. We've set it downs for them from the 31. They go play action on first down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And now it's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking in the air here. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And that brings up fourth and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
It's a screen to Barkley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Dumps it off to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pickup of 2 here, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Hurts throwing again. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Elliott connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over. But I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half too as they chase this lead. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Krosky Merritt on his own read. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Washington first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Now here he goes. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
To throw here on first down. And it's going to be dropped off with Krosky Merritt. He'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Like his dad before him, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throwing on second. He can run it. On the move into the red zone. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First and goal, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game.
Commanders 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Smith again. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And again, here's Hurts. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. It's Hurts once again. Going all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. Quan Martin with the pick. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
24, Commanders 14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Moore with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. First call here coming from the shotgun. Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
We'll go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Rolling from the gun here. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. He's going to throw this one. It's McLaurin downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He gets it right back to McLaurin. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
One of the tight ends motioning left. Second down give to Krosky Merritt. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown! The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the third. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game.
Commanders 21.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion Brown right. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown, but to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Here's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. The Eagles are in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Now he takes it. Gets him close to 8 on that effort. Nice slide at the end. That brings up 3rd down.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
One of the hardest things to measure at that NFL Combine. Sure, you get verticals and 40s and bench presses, but it's hard to measure determination and heart. That clip right there, that was all about want to for this defense to get that sack.
So out now comes the punter. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Begins his return at the 16. He gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Dumped off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, puts some air under this one, right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Commanders, and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. First down now, ball at the 33. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
2nd and 18 at the 25-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. He's going to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
3rd down, Eagles opting to go with a dime here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Johnson gets hit and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they claw a little of the damage back there with a modest return. Good efforts, but they still lost yards on the fumble.
It's 4th down.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Escapes the defender. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Completed left side to Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And an Eagles first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Hurts on first down. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
They're going to run with Barkley. Crashes through a tackle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. The offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now, they're left with 4th and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
21.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Jake Elliott to
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Low left side's caught by Sinnott. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Looking to throw here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
To the air on 3rd and long. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. One man downfield, and Goddard has it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
1st down. A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Run that sneak there because you know you can rely. Trust with a capital T on the big fellas to do just enough. Get just enough push in the middle so that QB can fall forward. And as we just saw, it's really hard to stop.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Zone read give here to Barkley. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. Ball on the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. This is thrown towards a defender instead, man. He's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders at a 2-score deficit. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. I'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that puts this offense in a very tough situation now on 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
a design look for Hurts. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.